Imagine, if you will, that we could all design our life. And what that means to me is just living life on your terms and doing the things that you dream of doing. And so the question is, how do you do that? Well, I remember many years ago when I went through a period of time in my life where I actually didn't go anywhere. I was working, and I really had just stopped dreaming. And and I got to a point where I looked up and realized that my life wasn't anything I wanted it to be, and things truly needed to change. That year, I read the book Power of Focus, and one of the things he asked us to do in the book was to write down 100 goals. And when I first thought of that, I was going 100 goals, and I thought, oh, you know what? I'll never come up with 100 goals, because that's how limited my dreaming had become. And so I started to write, and I began to realize that if I just set 10 goals in 10 different categories, that actually 100 goals was really quite simple. And I think I ended up writing 110 goals. But what was really interesting was, as I wrote the goals in every category, it really got me excited about dreaming. It got me excited about what was possible. And I remember setting a recreation goal, and I was going to go to St. Lucia that year. And I set a finance goal, and I set a personal growth goal, and I set all these different goals in my life, because I realized that those goals were going to give me the lifestyle that I was looking for. It would slowly change my life, so I'd eventually be living the lifestyle I wanted. And so I started on my journey, and I remember scheduling and getting out my calendar for the year, and actually putting some of those goals on my calendar and putting dates to my list. And in that moment, my dreams moved from dreams to goals, because I had a date, a time, how much it would take to create it. I got very specific, and then I got into action. And what surprised me was, at the end of that year, I think I had accomplished about 75% of my goals. How it happened, I'm not exactly sure. But this is what I believe. I believe that somewhere in my mind, I was attracting my goals, and I was listening for people, things, events that could actually get me closer to my goals. I had people help. I got an invitation to St. Lucia from someone I had met just a few months earlier. Come with a bunch of us. We're going to St. Lucia on my birthday, the day before my birthday, and I actually wanted to go on my birthday. Things started to happen. I started to track things. Now, why? Because I think it was because I wrote it down and I was specific. I began to design my life and begin to live my life on purpose. So why I'm really doing this video is I truly believe that each and every one of us has the right and the responsibility to live a big, bold, juicy life. And the only way to do that is to become intentional, to begin to design it. And it starts as simply as writing down some goals in different categories of your life: finance, recreation, health, business, travel, fun, the things you want, the places you want to go see. Just begin to write and dream again, and then start scheduling some of them, and go to work to attract them, to create them, to have them come into existence. And it really is that what I intend. So, when they say where your focus goes, your energy flows. Well, really, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And where your energy flows, you attract things. And when you begin to attract things, I truly believe somehow the universe and people in your world go to work to make it happen. So, design your life, write those goals, have fun with it, and live your life on purpose. Talk to you soon.